Sadu, it's your boy Dom Dom back with another video. I hope you all had a great Christmas and a happy new year. I hope you all got them Gucci flip-flops because you know everybody wants to rock one of those. So what did I get for Christmas? I got underwear and I got socks and I also got some speakers to go rocking out with them boys, you know what I'm saying?
Death to the MPLA!
To be honest, let's hope that nobody ever gets drafted, because I do not want anyone knocking on my door.
Open the door or I'm gonna throw rocks through your window.
Most likely this is not gonna happen. So if anyone asks me why didn't I use the recorded footage, this is the reason why.
Why do you want to stay? You don't know anyone here. You're not safe. If something comes to attack you, who's going to save you?
Yes, it sounds like I'm in the cave. It's horrible. It was very disappointing finding out that I wasted like 1 hour of my time and it resulted in just pure trash. So yeah. So let's get into the topic already. You already saw the title of this video and you clicked on it, so you probably already know what it's gonna be about. One day when I was 5 years old, my dad got a bit curious and wondered, can Dom even play any games? So my dad introduced me to the PlayStation 1. Yeah, you know, the console that goes like... Yeah, that always hits a soft spot when you actually own the console. Everybody knows that feel. And the very first game he let me play was Tarzan. I was actually very good at it and I caught all the coins and my dad was very impressed by it. When he saw my potential, he let me try other games. These are just 2 examples. Crash Bandicoot and Harry Potter. And Harry Potter was a very weird game. Let me tell you, that game is cursed. It is cursed. That game, the game honestly gave me nightmares, but I still appreciated it, even though Hagrid looked odd. And the scariest part was like the last boss with Voldemort. What is this even? Can someone explain?
Harry Potter, give me the stone. I know you have it.
Let me speak to him face to face.
I don't know what I'm doing!
Strong enough.
Ah! Shit! Fuck me! Shit! What the fuck? I don't fucking know! Stop screaming! Stop!
I can admit it was a bit much, but my reaction is always gonna be the same, regardless.
Fuck no, baby!
As time passed, I grew older, and so did the consoles. The console war was still a thing, and my dad got convinced that the Xbox was the superior console. So he bought it. Not a bad choice. It had Halo. Can't say it wasn't good. After the Xbox, my dad got the 360. Which leads me to the story. The game my dad played before I went to bed. The game starts off with the cinematic, and there is a narrator explaining the relationship between gods and humans. The humans were slaves to the gods, and one day humanity became powerful and banished the gods. You are a nameless protagonist sneaking in a ship with a woman. Out of nowhere, a titan attacks and destroys the ship with a huge wave. Luckily, both survived the stormy seas and were both swept to a beach unharmed. This game is called Risen. Now we can finally get into gameplay. Holy moly, macaroni and cheese. It was a rough start. Audio to high, sensitivity to high, and got a heart attack seeing a health bar too early. This freak, what the It just happens to be the woman you travel with, so we're all good.
Are you okay?
Yeah. But I think I drank half the ocean.
Alright, can I... What the I got a bit annoyed starting the game, but I forgot that this game is made in 2009. There's a lot I want to point out, but I'll mention them later. The woman's name was Sarah, and she wanted me to find something to defend myself with. So I got myself a club and just broke a branch. On the left side of the beach, I found an odd-looking ostrich eating on a corpse and decided to fight it. The combat system is very clunky, and the game automatically locks you on the opponent you're facing. I was hoping the combat would be more like Fable, but Risen really fails here, because there is barely any freedom of movement. You can only dodge left, right and backwards, which is really stiff in my opinion. But hey, I can't be mad if he gives me chicken! Yeah! I also fell in love with how the character jumped. It really reminded me of how it feels to jump in World of Warcraft. It's pretty addicting. After exploring the jungle a bit, I came across a cave. Ooh, wait.
This cave seems a little eerie. Let's find a different way, please.
No
It doesn't feel
it's
right.
too late! Run away, chick! You better freaking run away! Oh, it's freaking gnomes. After defeating the gnomey homie Macaroni, asked Sarah to stay in the cave so I could explore without her getting in harm's way. I looted 3 chests that just stood beside us. It didn't have anything useful. It reminded me that I had chicken on me, so I was like, let me whip it up so I can make some KFC, you know what I'm saying?
I'll need a frying pan.
Huh?
I'll need a frying pan.
What did you say?
I'll need a frying pan.
This man is no cooking expert. He doesn't even know that you can cook by just taking the stick from the wild. Who is this man? So our next objective was to find a freaking frying pan. I went deeper and deeper in the cave. Didn't find anything special. Fought a lot of mobs. But I was out to search for a frying pan. I was like, give me a frying pan. And then all of a sudden I found an iron wall. Guess what the character says then?
Wish I knew about prospecting.
Wish I knew about prospecting.
Same. I got out safe and sound just to find the wolf standing outside. Oh frick, it's a wolf. The wolf was super scary and even pierced my block, but luckily it was super weak. When I went downhill I found another wolf and I was like, it's gonna shriek me, but it was just as easy as the other one. I got tired of being stuck in the same area for hours, so I went to get Sarah and I was like, bruh, let's find something new. I'm tired of this place. We need to get ourselves a frying pan in the middle of nowhere. Woman gonna cook me food. Hop, hop. Hop, 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 hop. Look, I'm abusing the cam. What the frick? What?
Do you see those torches? There must be people nearby. Do you think we should head for where the torches are?
What the f? What the f? What in the devil is going on? What in the devil?
Because you abused the jump button, you will have the punishment of eternity of helliness, the wilderness of North.
Yup, I got stuck under the ground, so I had to restart the game. Hop, 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 hop. What? I did it again! After encountering the glitch again, I decided that I should maybe jump less. Further up the hill, we found an abandoned house. And I looted it, and guess what I found? Yes! I found a frying pan. Finally, now we can cook some food. Sarah was starving and she was asking me to make her a steak. And I was out for the chicken, so hey, we can eat together. So I whipped up the pan, took out some food, and then... Bro, you good, right? After I gave Sarah the steak, she decided that she wanted to stay at this abandoned house. And so I decided to journey on and explore what more there was to see on this island. I went further up the hill and found a bigger house. And inside the house I got ambushed by a dude. What?
Hey, you there. What are you doing here?
The best way to survive was to not provoke him, so I was just honest and say I sank on the ship.
The boat I was on sank. I landed on the beach.
The man was a G and letting me explore the house. I found a sword that was not so good, but it was still better than the one I had earlier. And I also found out that this man, he smokes on the Hufflepuffs. Just beside the house there was a very uninteresting farm. It had one quest where I had to kill 5 wolves, but I skipped it for the time being because the wolf gave me the bite of 87 too many times. I got tired of it. Oh my... Got myself chased by 2 birds and found myself a point of interest. There were guards in front of the gate and was hoping for them to protect me. They ended up being hostile, chasing me too.
What am I gonna do?
Unfortunately, my brain wasn't thinking clearly and sort of slipped. The chief of the guards took me into a monastery and forced me to fight for the Inquisition for their own benefit. Didn't want to stoop so low and reloaded the game to find an alternative route. On the new path, there was another gate I could pass through by paying for entry. The man guarding the gate was not with the Inquisition, but sided with people that calls themselves the Donsmen. Payment was pretty expensive, 100 gold. It didn't bother me much. The goal was to find an entry and explore what I haven't seen before. And so, we arrive at the town that had the great music of tranquility. The music that made me fall asleep back in the days. The harbor town. Strong memories flow back to me, and suddenly feel like I'm half asleep watching my dad play this game once more, as if I don't want time to pass. I just lie down in the bed and see him experiencing the game for himself. It's a moment that I highly value and appreciate. Even though I don't see him, there was still a way for me to connect with my dad in a way I couldn't imagine before. This leaves me with immense amount of gratitude and gratefulness. Did you think that me watching your video is gonna make me cry? Hey, you dead wrong? That isn't my true intention, but let's continue anyways and let me explain what there was to do in Harbor Town. There is a lot to do in Harbor Town and a lot of quests, but I'll just go through the parts I found to be at least interesting. You guys see this dude standing at the harbor? He's guarding this little prison that is just behind him. Inside sits the most infamous part that is known on this island, but he won't let me talk to him because of multiple reasons. The only way to negotiate with the guard is if I bring him a bed wrestler. I find that word to be somewhat monetizable, but it'll do. He said that the bed wrestler could be located in another district. Went there and asked the head chief if there was an available woman for the guard. and she told me that there was a bed wrestler at the harbor, so I was like, fine, and paid her. Surprisingly, there was a quest where I could receive a bed wrestle, so I did. My reward was information about Harbor Town, but nothing game breaking. Went back to the harbor and found the bed wrestler that looked a lot like Sarah, but this woman's name was Annika. It's so Swedish. She was willing to help out but wasn't so excited to wrestle with the guard, unfortunately. Annika and the guard decided to break some bones just behind the little prison, and they danced all night long behind there. And that's where I end my playthrough of the game. The stuff I wanted to mention earlier is that this game is kinda funny. The gestures they do when they talk, how everyone looks the same, the voice acting, so on and so forth. Maybe it was good for its time, but can't really tell to be honest. They also made Risen 2 and 3, but have no need for trying the games nor completing this game either. Risen could have been better if it was more fast paced, but the game has its own charm by being so slow and relaxing. It's what made me fall asleep when my dad played it with a pinch of good music. And that's all I have to say about this game. This video took really long time to make, and I'm really sorry for those who have been waiting so long to see a new video from me. It's been 3 weeks now. Love you guys that watched till the end of the video, and I hope you enjoyed. I'm also grateful for all the random subscribers I've gotten lately. It makes me happy. Did you notice any references in the video? Comment below on which one stood out the most.